Hi, Gary Port for NY Divorce Facts. Macho already has his walnut. He grabbed it first. Zuki. Yuzu is not waiting for me. She's just diving in. And then, of course, Kosho. You know, each of these birds has a particular favorite person they like. Macha loves my oldest son, and whenever he comes back to visit, Macha will not leave his shoulder for a second, unless someone has a piece of food for him, and then Macha is off immediately grabbing that food. Little Yuzu, she absolutely adores my wife. Kosho, he's all mine. He will search me out to the house, flying room to room to find me. And Azuki, she likes my oldest daughter best. Here you go, baby. Which brings me to today's topic, which is, can a child decide which parent they want to live with in a divorce? And the answer is kind of qualified. If a child is about 14 or 15, the court will give great weight to what they want. Now, what the court will do whenever there's a child custody case is appoint an attorney for the child, the AFC. And I have discussed that previously, where the AFC acts not in the best interest of the child, but what the child wants. When we get to a teenager, we call them the 800-pound gorilla, because as the old joke goes, where does an 800-pound gorilla sit? Wherever it wants to. So if a 15-year-old says they want to live with mom or dad, that's generally the end of the story. The courts are not going to second guess what the kid wants unless that parent is inappropriate. So for example, you may get a situation where one parent is doing their best to influence the child to stay with them, and they make their house party central. Oh, don't worry, no rules. Don't need to worry about going to bed on time, have all the friends over that you want. Well, that may get the teenager to decide they want to live with that parent. But there are repercussions to that, because if the child's grades suffer, if they're not going to school, a judge will turn around and say, well, this isn't working, you're going back to the other parent. Sometimes the other parent is very inappropriate. If the parent is a drug addict, has criminal charges, lives in a homeless shelter. So the court doesn't always give the teenager what they want, but most times they do. What the court will look at is this parent appropriate? Are there problems? Alcohol, drugs, things like that, instability. Or they just don't get the kid to school on time and the grades suffer. But unless you've got something like that, all things being equal, the teenager will get to decide which parent they want to live with. So if you have any questions on custody, and particularly how it works when a child makes a preference known, give us a call at Port and Sava. We have a free 15-minute telephone consultation. Remember, we help you get on with the rest of your life.